Well, if y'all missed the show last week, we were still down in Texas doing some doe commanding with the buck commander boys, trying to find that great big old trophy buck. What we have been successful at is filling the freezer with a whole bunch of good old back straps from all these does we've been killing, which, as Phil Robertson would say, makes us happy, happy, happy.
I love your sense of humor.
If these does are gonna try to dodge us, they better dodge a little wider than that.
Who's got two thumbs and likes to shoot does? This guy.
Every second needs another minute. Every day has got to have
I'm a doe commander.
Right when I saw this hog, I knew my fate was sealed. Once again, I had shot trash and didn't wait for a buck.
He gone. Hey, big bucks might not be moving, but we're gonna drop something.
Well, this is our 5th and final day in Texas. We got one more day to try to get a good buck. We've had a lot of fun, shot a bunch of does, shot a hog, but we have not gotten a big trophy buck that's mature enough.
It's day 5, back here in the wilderness, where we shot all the does, back at the bobcat stand. It's been rough, full moon, hot. We'll see, it's the last day, we gotta get it done.
I had just climbed up in the tree and was doing my morning intro, telling everybody what's going on, and I see tines coming through the woods. The wind was blowing right at this deer, but you know, our dead downwind must have been working because here he comes right up the trail.
It's that young deer.
Here I am now, looking back on where my life had been.
Wouldn't you know it, man, this is a daggone deer that we had all seen. He's on trail camera pictures. Tombo had him in range the day before and passed on him.
That's a good buck right here. Big wide 8-pointer. It's just a 3-year-old. Dang it, man. You better get on out of here before I pop your butt.
It's a buck we call Layout, and this was a deer we had all decided was just too young to shoot. Had a great big rack, but he's got too much good potential to be a monster trophy deer, you know, in a couple years, so we let him slide.
I hate that deer. I love him, but I hate him. If we can get a big deer to do that, oh man.
We convened and said, look, boys, it's time to get a little redneck on these deer. So we decided to implement an old redneck tradition and make a deer drive.
Well, deer won't come to us, so we're gonna go get them. Pretty much long and short of it.
Sums it up.
Hate us or love us, it doesn't matter, because we were gonna try to kill something.
We got a good old-fashioned deer drive going here. We're set up out here on the point, kind of, so we should have shots out into this flat or back up the creek here. As Uncle Si would say, it's about to be on like Donkey Kong.
We're set up on the same spot that I shot the red hog the day before, and there is just hog rooting everywhere. They've torn up these fields. They're just ruining everything. And then Jordy hollered, and somebody else was hollering. It was just ruckus.
There you go. Here's the hog. You ready? You ready? Drop him, baby. Woo! Yeah! Get those!
Ain't no sense in running. You're just gonna die tired.
Run out in front of me. They don't play that game.
You talking about a pole action now. This thing went stiff and slid.
First shot, I got a little excited.
Oh, that is even bigger than the other one.
Yeah. He's bigger than that first one I shot.
Tell you what, them Red Arrow boys don't play. Kip just laid down his second monster hog of the week. No doubt that it hit. It was ba-boom.
They said hog, and I'm thinking, here this big, fat, loafing, easy to shoot hog is going to be coming down through the field. He was like, Looked like the Road Runner, just wheels underneath him, blurry wheels.
He slowed down to go into the fence.
No, he didn't slow down. He went through that fence like, I don't know how he went through the fence without breaking it, but he never slowed down. He sped up after the first shot.
Look at those cutters.
That's a dog tamer right there.
Holy cow.
He's half again wider than the other one I shot. Probably weighs 100 pounds more.
Yeah, that hog's.
That's a 300-pound hog, though, I'd say. Or
Yeah.
more. Phil's the only other person I've ever seen do that with a rifle. He did it with that deer flip. Dang, man, that might be the highlight of my hunting career right there. I just got compared to Phil Robertson. I could die happy tomorrow.
Well, the next day, everybody has to leave camp, including us. You know, we've all got other hunts booked, and we came so close to killing a good buck on this trip, man. It just didn't work out. Tombo, in fact, had 2 really good bucks just 10 yards too far. Langy had an absolute giant run out in front of him, but they just could not get the deer to stop. Can we catch a break? Just one of us? I don't even care if it's me. Somebody needs to kill a big buck.
Willie got the ball rolling for us last night a little bit, dropping Big 8 down at Roachie's. Now it's time for us to start fulfilling our end of the bargain. We got some good deer here at this spot that have been coming in off these hills at night to feed. And we're just hoping for a little bit of luck for them to show their face before dark. I can't promise that I'm not going to get a little bit emotional if it happens. It's been a long year. A lot of going back to the house empty-handed.
Well, Langy finally did it, man. He headed south after this trip, and he broke the bad buck luck we were having in Texas. It shouldn't be too hard for Langy to find this buck.
1 minute you're playing Catapult King. The next minute you're getting on the board for 2012. We've been in a slump, unlike anything Buck Commander has experienced in a while. Willie goes up to Kansas, does what he does Big Willie style. Jordy and Jamie and I were talking last night, hey, that's how it gets going sometimes. You've been in a slump. We see it all the time in baseball. Just takes that one hit to get you going, and we're rolling, baby.
This joker's got great height. Been a fighter, busted his brow tine, busted his G3 up here. Who knows how long that sucker would have been. Feels good to be on the board.
We had planned to come back to Texas, man. We had such a good time with Daniel and all the guys, man. It was just like hanging out with family. Well, on this second trip, it's later in the year. The weather has turned in our favor, man. A cold front blew through, brought some rain with it, but it seemed like it was a little bit better conditions to hunt a whitetail deer. You know, the first evening we sat right back down in the pecan bottom, got up in one of the pecan trees, and probably saw more bucks that night than we had in the first trip. We had a bunch of good young bucks come out. One even pinned his ears back and starts posturing like he's gonna fight. So we had some action, but just still not seeing that trophy buck we were looking for. You know, this trip is round 2, and we had learned a little bit about the bobcat stand, and we were seeing a lot of deer just milling around in the thick part. So Josh and I pushed way back up in the woods and decided, you know, we were gonna get closer to the thick part of where they wanna be. It's a little bit risky as far as scent, but we really were meticulous about our scent control. So we were trying to just kind of take a chance and get in there a little deeper where the deer like to be.
I wish we'd hung this set last time we were here because we had to make a bunch of noise cutting limbs and trees down to get shooting lanes, but this is a smoking spot. This is right across this little dry creek bed from where we shot a bunch of does last time. Sit tight. It is the evening of day 3.
Well, the first night we sat there, man, here comes some tines, man. We felt like we'd made the right decision. This buck came in perfect, obviously. He found our tree, came right to it.
To all the country boys and girls out there that wish I shot that deer, I wish I did too. But when you're on other people's land, you gotta respect the management, and you'll never grow. You'll never grow 150-inch deer if you shoot deer like that. These are beautiful 2-year-old deer.
We're back here in the bottom. Got in here this morning. We've already seen 2 does moving through. This place is great. It's just a kind of a natural travel corridor. Just got trails, spider webbing everywhere in here. Problem is it's tight and you gotta be ready for action.
It's day 4. We're back out here in the bobcat stand. It's nice and cold. I wish the wind would pick a direction and blow one way, but it is nice and cold, so hopefully the deer will be moving today. I don't know, man, it's Texas. Texas deer hunting's been tough this year. Seen a lot of good deer, but can't get that old deer in the right spot. So hopefully that big 8 comes through today. He's a man. If we can get him, that'd be good. We definitely need to kill a deer. So. But hey, man, it's hunting. This is part of it.
Matt. You gotta be kidding me. Matt. You want her there? No. I can't even stop.
Langy, no means no.
I said no.
I couldn't hear you, I'm sorry. She kept stopping in bad spots to shoot. And luckily we had the PCX with us because absolutely 0 chance I could have gotten an arrow in there, I think. Needed to kill some more does out here.
Did somebody say we need to kill more does? Because sign me up. I'll be that guy.
only at like 6 yards. And then all in one motion, she kind of turned around and then started walking straight away from me. I slipped it in there somewhere in that last rib, and it came out, I think, somewhere up close to her front shoulder. So she's down right there. But that was weird. That's the second limping deer I've killed since we've been here.
Well, it's the last evening, everybody. We are trying to get that big buck killed, and a doe comes in, and she keeps on throwing her head up and stomping and doing all this crazy stuff, trying to pick us off. And my policy with deer that act like that are, they gotta die. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Son. I peed a little when she looked at me like that. That's the way we roll in Texas, baby. That is the cool thing about bow hunting. Ladies and gentlemen, is my heart right now is beating faster than if that was a 170-inch deer, I guarantee it. Just because of the situation, she was so keyed up, and it's like when you think they're gonna freak out and bust you. You talking about dead downwind the whole time trying to smell us. They didn't smell it. I mean, they smelled something, but they couldn't figure it out.
Well, not too far down the creek, Langy is experiencing the same situation, and it turns out that his policy on does is very similar to mine.
Matt?
That doe played cat and mouse with us for about 20 minutes right there. More venison in the cooler. I tell you what, this has been a fruitful endeavor.
We did not kill a record book trophy buck, or any buck for that matter, while we were in Texas. But this was one of the most fun trips I've ever been on. You know, as the saying goes, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. When Texas gives you hogs and does, make steak and sausage.
There you go.
Well, we were wrapping things up here next week in Texas. Somebody finally gets it done at the Bobcat stand, and then Josh and I are jumping in the truck, heading to Arkansas to see my good buddy Stan at the Stan Jones Mallard Lodge for the first ever red arrow duck hunt.
Take one. Set up here out there.
Up here, out there.
Up here out there.
Take two.
Take two.
Then we are heading north up to Arkansas. Well, we finally get it done in Arkansas. It's so hot. I'm sweating like Jessica Simpson doing the SATs. I'm sweating like Milli Vanilli at a karaoke contest. I'm sweating like Mel Gibson getting pulled over by Officer Steinberg.
Buzzard, touch my deer with your nasty, nasty beak. I will stomp the absolute possum guts out of you. Don't you do it. He's smart, he's not messing with it, 'cause I will monkey stomp him.